Welcome, my friend. It's so amazing that you are taking this next 25 minutes to yourself to deepen your connection with your body and with your breath. In our practice today, we're going to keep our movement between our poses slow and steady so we can tune in and connect with our muscles and feel the strength within our amazing bodies. Have 2 yoga blocks handy. Place them at the front of your mat. If you don't have yoga blocks, no worries, you can use books and you can do the poses without the blocks if needed. With our intention set, I'll join you standing at the front of your mat. Let's begin our practice together, standing tall in mountain pose. Your feet hip-width apart, toes spread wide. Your shoulder blades gently squeeze together with your palms facing the front of the mat. Deep breath in through your nose and exhale, softly close your eyes. Feel the connection of your soles of feet with the mat, with the earth beneath you. Ground down and feel strength in the connection. Your muscles of your thighs are engaged. Your hips are square, pointing to the front of the mat. Your abs are firmed up and in, and each of your 10 fingers are engaged and spread wide. Chin slightly tucked as you feel length in the back of your beautiful neck. Feel you, your body standing strong and tall in mountain pose. Now take a long deep breath in as you slowly circle your arms to the sky. Lift your gaze, your palms kiss at the top, and exhale completely as you lower them to heart center. Really press and fuse your palms together at heart center. Feel the muscles that engage as you do this. Your shoulder blades squeezing together, creating space between your ears and your shoulders. Stay grounded in the soles of your feet, kneecaps lifted, thighs engaged. Soft smile on your face as you breathe and connect with your body. And let's take that deep breath in, circling your arms up to the sky. Palms kiss. And on the exhale, I want you to slowly dive down through center, keeping your front ribs knit together. Fingertips come to the mat. Your crown of head reaches towards the mat. Keep a slight bend in your knees. Allow your upper body and your head to just weigh heavy. Feel it all releasing, letting gravity take hold. And go ahead and bring your hands to either the back of your thighs, your calves, or around your ankles, wherever you can reach. And then we'll breathe in, lift to flat back. And exhale, fold deep into the stretch, your elbows opening wide as you pull yourself forward. Chest presses towards your legs, using your arms to gently take you deeper. Keep that slight bend in your knees. Beautiful. We'll breathe in, lift to flat back, and exhale, draw your chest towards your thighs. Breathe in, wave your spine to flat back, and exhale, melt deeper. Once more, ripple your spine coming to flat back, and exhale, draw your chest towards your thighs. Your fingertips release to the mat, hands come to frame your feet, and we'll step back coming into our downward dog. In down dog, spread your fingers wide, pressing down through your knuckles and your fingertips. Your biceps spiral towards the left and the right of the room, really pressing away, creating space between your shoulders and your ears. Now let's pedal your feet out, letting one heel sink to the mat and then the next. Great. Now let's invite in strength even more. And on your exhale, release one heel to the mat. Your chest really reaches towards that thigh. Breathe in during the transition to the other heel, and we'll exhale, sink that heel to the mat. Your chest draws towards your thighs. Slow and steady. Feel into your strength. Feel your muscles as they engage, and then release. Keep going. And we'll bring your feet to hip width apart and take a generous bend in both knees. letting your chest melt even closer to your thighs. Your armpits are yearning down towards the mat. And then we'll slowly start to straighten your legs, noticing the change in muscle engagement. Your heels sink to the mat. Abs draw up and in. Your front ribs are knitting together. Go ahead and take any feel-good moves here in our final moments of this down dog. Begin to lift your heels, coming to your tiptoes. Then super slowly start to ripple your spine, coming into plank pose. Feel your strength, nice and slow. Then once you arrive, go ahead and clarify your foundation in plank pose, coming into one long line from heel to the crown of head. Your shoulders are stacking over your wrist, heels pressing back, thighs hugging in towards one another, kneecaps gently active and lifted. Next, I want you to go slower than you want to go and deeply connected with the movement as you lower yourself to the mat. Hug those elbows in towards your body. Excellent work. Your tops of feet release to the mat. Interlace your fingers behind your back and let your forehead kiss the mat. Shift your hips side to side, allowing them to settle in and soften, grounding down. Soothing inhale through your nose. And exhale, soften into the ground. And on your next inhale, engage your core strength and begin to peel your upper body off the mat. Tailbone lengthens back. You may lift your feet here too. Vigorously press your hip points deeper into the mat as you reach your hands back, extending your sternum forward. Breathe in, find length from the heels to the crown of your head. And as you breathe out, draw your abs up and in to support you in this pose. On your next exhale, soften everything to the mat. Place your palms under your shoulders. And breathe. With the tops of feet to the mat, on your next inhale, we'll press up and extend your arms long, coming to up dog with your knees on the mat. Let your heart shine here and just breathe, bathing yourself and being one with your strength. Next, we'll come into plank pose with the tops of your feet to the mat still. So to do this, I want you to close your eyes and really draw your attention to your pelvic floor muscles. These are the muscles I want you to use to lift your hips coming into plank. So inhale, and on your exhale, use your pelvic floor muscles to lift your hips to plank. Hold it there for a moment. And then slowly continue to use those muscles to take you all the way up to down dog. And then we'll tuck those toes. Start to walk yourself to the front of the mat, letting one heel sink to the mat and then the other. Your chest yearning back just as we did in down dog before. But this time we're going to take it into forward fold. And in your forward fold, just let go here as you relax forward. On your next inhale, lift halfway, finding a nice long spine from the tailbone to the crown of your head. And exhale, melt forward. Take a big, beautiful breath in as you slowly circle your arms up, staying present with your strength as you rise. Palms fused together at the top, and exhale, lower prayer to heart. We're coming into chair pose next, so bring your feet to kiss. And slowly, with intention, we'll start to shift your seat back in space, keeping your knees over your ankles as you lower. Weight shifts to your heels so much that you could even wiggle your toes if you wanted to. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Your pelvic floor hugs up and in. Your abs hug up and in to support your upper body. Nice work, my friend. Be with your breath, feeling your strength ignite, noticing the areas of your body, your muscles that are supporting you and empowering you as you hold. Now let's really fire it up and slowly shift your weight into your toes as you extend your arms, palms face down out in front of you. And then ever so slowly, with control, start to lower your hips towards your heels. Go as low as you comfortably can. Before your sits bones touches your heels, we'll slowly start to rise back up to where you were. We're gonna hang there for a moment before you dive forward, coming into forward fold. Awesome work. We're going to set up for a standing split pose. So bring your fingertips to the mat a few inches out in front of you and begin to shift your weight into your left foot. And we'll slowly extend your right sole of foot to the sky. Your crown of head drops towards the mat, your chest yearns towards your thigh. As your toes extend and reach up, taking you deeper into the split. Slightly bend the standing leg. Beautiful. Let's bend into the extended leg and begin to stack your hips. Flex your foot. And then from here, with control and intention, start to lower the bent knee and slide it behind your standing leg. We're setting up for a seated spinal twist. Once you arrive, sit up nice and tall. Feel that crown of head reaching up to the sky. Place your left hand behind you near your sits bones and take a deep breath in, extending your right arm up to the sky. On your exhale, we'll move into the twist and letting the twist begin at the navel and then travel up. You can hug your knee into your chest, take your elbow to the outside of your knee, do whatever is calling to you. Enjoy this juicy twist. On your next inhale, unwind and release your right hand to the mat beside you. Now go ahead and guide your foot back towards your right hip, stacking your left knee directly over your right knee. Glance down to make sure both heels are close to your hips and even with one another. Both knees are pointing to the front of the mat and one stacked directly on top of the other. Then sit up tall, lengthen your spine before you hinge forward at your hips. And maybe simply sitting up nice and tall all in itself does the trick for you here. This can be an intense pose. So just honor your body wherever you're at and enjoy this deep stretch. Keep both sits bones grounded on the mat to help deepen the stretch. Breathe into any areas of tightness. Slowly walk yourself back up and return your foot to where it was. Bring your hands to frame your foot. We're coming back to standing split, so begin to shift your weight into your front sole of foot as you mindfully begin to lift the opposite bent leg back up, stacking your hips once more. Before you extend your leg long, lift it up, and then ever so slowly and intentionally lower your foot, returning yourself to forward fold. Beautiful work, my friend. Now take a moment here to let go and release. On your next inhale, let's lift halfway, finding that nice long spine. And exhale, release and melt forward. Take a big, beautiful breath in as you slowly and intentionally reach your arms up to the sky, staying present with your strength. Palms kiss together, and exhale, lower prayer to heart. Coming into chair pose, so bring your feet in to kiss. Slowly with intention, start to shift your seat back in space, keeping your knees over your ankles as you lower. Your weight begins to shift back towards your heels. We're really squeezing our inner thighs together here. Your pelvic floor is hugging up and in. Your abs are hugging up and in. That helps to support your upper body. Be with your breath, feeling your strength ignite. noticing the areas of your body, your muscles that are supporting you. We'll begin to shift your weight into your toes and extend your arms out in front of you, and then ever so slowly, with control, start to lower your hips towards your heels as low as you can comfortably go, and before they would touch your heels, slowly start to rise back up to where you once were. Hang there for just a moment before you dive down, coming into a forward fold. Amazing work, my friend. Taking our standing split next, bring your fingertips out in front of you a few inches. Begin to shift your weight to your right sole of foot, and then we'll slowly extend your left sole of foot to the sky. That crown of head drops towards the mat and your chest reaches back towards your thighs as you extend your leg up and reach those toes up towards the sky, deep into your split. Beautiful. Use your breath to empower you here. Go ahead and bend into your extended leg and stack your hips. Keep your foot flexed. From here, with control and intention, start to lower the bent knee, sliding it behind your standing leg. Once you arrive, sit up nice and tall, that crown of head reaching up to the sky. Place your right hand behind you near your sits bones. We'll take a deep breath in as you reach your left arm up to the sky. On your exhale, movement coming from your navel, move into your twist. Take whichever arm variation you did on the other side and breathe it out. As you breathe in, find length in your spine, and on your exhale, twist deeper into the pose. On your next inhale, go ahead and unwind. And then we'll guide your foot back towards your left hip. We're going to stack our right knee directly over our left knee this round. Glance down once more to make sure your heels are close to your hips and they're even with one another to the best of your ability. And both knees are pointing to the front of your mat and stacked one on top of the other. And then we'll sit up nice and tall. Maybe this is your first edge, but if you can, begin to hinge forward at your hips. Make sure as you fold that both of your sits bones are remaining connected to the earth. Keep a nice long spine from the crown of your head to your tailbone, letting your chest guide you forward. Slowly walk yourself back. Return your foot to where it was and bring your hands to frame your foot. We're coming back into our standing split, so begin to shift your weight into your front sole of foot. And then we'll begin to lift the opposite bent leg back up. We're going to stack one hip over the other. Move slowly and intentionally. And then extend that leg long, feel it out, stay connected. Lift it up, and then ever so slowly lower your foot, returning to our forward fold. Soften and melt forward. Soothing breath in as you lift halfway. Shoulder blades softly squeeze together, and exhale, fold forward. We'll take that deep breath in once more, slowly circling your arms up to the sky. Your palms kiss, then fingertips reach back in space, taking you into a back bend. Before we intentionally dive down through center, staying present with our body, with our muscles as we fold. Breathe in, lift to flat back, and exhale, release. Heel till your feet as wide as the mat, and then we'll bring your heels in and your toes to pointing out. Slowly start to lower your hips into our yogic squat, Mulasana. Hands come to prayer at heart, bringing your elbows to the inside of your knees. And your elbows lovingly press into your knees and your knees press back. This is opening your hips. Your heart reaches forward and up to help lengthen your low back and spine. You may sit on a yoga block here to help support you, or you can place a blanket underneath your heels. Letting your heart and your intuition shine. Breathe. To come out, take one hand in front and the other behind you to lower your hips to the mat. Soles of feet to the mat, knees bent. Take one block and squeeze it between your thighs, and then take the second block in between both hands. Palms come to the outside of the block and really pressing your palms towards each other. Lift one shin up and then the other, coming into boat pose. Your abs firm up and in, lengthening your low back, long spine. Go ahead and close your eyes and feel into your body, into your strength. What muscles are allowing you to hold this amazing strengthening posture? Set the block in your hands off to the side towards the back of your mat, and then slowly lower your upper body to the mat. And then we'll release the second block off to the side. Begin to draw big circles with your knees, massaging your hip joint. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and switch directions of the circles. And release the soles of the feet to the mat. We're going to take a chest opener with our blocks. So go ahead and grab both of them, and we'll place one of the blocks horizontal for your head to rest on at the back of the mat, and then one block vertical, which is going to be between your shoulder blades. So estimate the spot, and then we'll adjust once we get reclined. So once you get them set up, get yourself set up in front of them so you can slowly recline yourself onto the blocks. Once you've done that, go ahead and adjust them as you need to. Take your legs in a variation of your choice. Tune into your body and honor what it's calling to you. Whichever variation you choose, I invite you to take one hand to your heart and one hand to your low belly below your navel. Let's take these next few moments here with our hand to our heart and belly to reflect on our practice today and all that we've accomplished. Truly appreciate the results of your efforts as we lie in this supportive heart-opening pose. Acknowledge all your progress and your amazing body. Now go ahead and let your palms rest to your side, face up to the sky. How have you grown? How will you carry our practice today of deep connection with our body and with our muscles, with our strength? How you carry this practice, your intention, off the mat into everyday life. Whatever leg variation you chose, gently start to come back to knees bent and soles of feet to the mat. From here, bring your forearms to your side as you lift and remove the yoga blocks, and then lower back, coming into our final resting pose, Savasana. Take up as much space as you'd like with your legs and with your hands, allowing yourself to settle in to complete stillness. And just notice your breath here, breathing softly and effortlessly in and out your nose, allowing your body to melt into the ground with each exhalation. Beautiful, my friend. Now let's slowly roll over to the right side. Take a deep breath in through your nose and a long long, slow exhale out your nose. With your eyes closed and your attention remaining inward, go ahead and press yourself up and come to a comfortable seated position. Once you arrive, go ahead and rest your hands wherever's comfortable and just sit up nice and tall. Take one last moment here. Deep breath in, reaching your arms up to the sky. Your palms kiss the top and lower prayer to heart center. Raise prayer to your forehead, setting an intention to stay present and mindful of our thoughts of ourselves and thoughts of others. Prayer lowers to your mouth, setting an intention to stay present and mindful as you nourish your body. Hands lower to your heart, setting an intention to stay present and mindful of our actions, acting in love and kindness. I hope you feel wonderfully connected with your body and with your personal strength, and sending you and all beings love and light. Namaste. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to get the latest yoga love released each week. If you'd like to keep practicing with me, jump over to my membership site and check out my exclusive content from yoga and meditation practices to food and nutrition webinars, podcasts, and more. From my heart to yours.